Have you ever stood somewhere so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat? Imagine a place that not only hears you but listens, and then speaks back. Today, we're journeying into the heart of Latvia, to its vast, ancient bogs. On the surface, they're breathtakingly beautiful, a serene landscape of dark water, vibrant moss, and swirling mist that stretches to the horizon. It looks like a painting, calm and untouched by time. But for those who live nearby, these marshes hold a chilling secret. They say the bog is alive. They say it listens. This is the story of Ilse, a sound engineer with a passion for capturing the unheard sounds of nature. She was a professional driven by curiosity and armed with the best recording equipment. She'd heard the whispers, the local legends about a strange, ethereal melody that would sometimes drift across the most remote bogs at twilight. Most people dismissed it as wind whistling through the stunted pines or the cries of distant birds. But Ilse was different. She believed every sound had a source, and she was determined to find this one. So, one evening, as the sun began to bleed across the sky, painting the clouds in shades of orange and purple, she packed her gear and set out alone. Her destination was a bog known for its unsettling stillness, a place even seasoned hikers tended to avoid after dusk. As she stepped from the solid forest floor onto the spongy, yielding moss of the marsh, a profound silence enveloped her. A soft, layered humming sound. It wasn't like anything she had ever recorded before. It was beautiful, almost hypnotic, a multi-tonal drone that seemed to rise from the bog itself. It was the melody from the rumors. Excitement surged through her. This was it. This was the discovery she'd been hoping for. She had to get closer to pinpoint its origin. Leaving most of her equipment behind, she took a handheld recorder and began walking towards the sound, her heavy boots sinking slightly into the wet ground with each step. She moved deeper into the bog, the mist growing thicker, clinging to her clothes and blurring the world around her into a gray, featureless expanse. It was no longer a simple, constant drone. A new element had been woven into the melody. A percussive beat. Thump squelch, thump squelch, thump squelch. Her heart froze. It took her a moment to realize what she was hearing. The bog was mimicking the sound of her own footsteps, perfectly in time, weaving them into its unearthly song. A cold knot of fear tightened in her stomach. This wasn't natural. She whispered to herself, a common habit to steady her nerves. It's just the acoustics of the place. Don't be silly, Ilse. And then the bog whispered back, in her own voice. Don't be silly, Ilse. The sound came not from one direction, but from all around her, as if dozens of invisible speakers were hidden in the mist. Her footprints, which should have been clearly visible in the soft moss, had vanished. Behind her lay a smooth, undisturbed carpet of green, as if no one had ever walked there. It was as if the bog had healed itself, erasing any sign of her passage. The melody of her whispers was now splitting, fracturing into countless echoes that circled her, growing louder and more chaotic. If you speak, it will learn you. And once it learns you, it will keep you. She went completely silent. She didn't make a sound. She didn't even breathe too loudly. She stood frozen in place, surrounded by the oppressive quiet and the thick gray fog, as the long, terrifying night wore on. At dawn, a rescue team, alerted by her worried colleagues, found her. Her lips were still pressed tightly together. They pulled her out and brought her to safety, but Ilse never spoke again. Not a single word.